And although we are here to mourn the 17 lives lost, we are also here to protest. How many more people need to be killed until the government does anything? There have been 18 mass shootings since the beginning of 2018. There have been hundreds since Columbine in 1999. We are young, but we are not powerless. It is time to stop with us being told that we can't be political in school, that we can't be political because we're young. We can't vote, but that doesn't mean that the words that we say don't mean anything. I see all of you up here, and I know that some of you are here just to leave class. Some of you are just here because your friends told you to, but I also know that the majority is here because you care. This is not the end. We can't let this be the end. We can assemble here, and we can show solidarity and show respect for these lives lost, but that is not enough. Don't listen to what those other students say. We are all powerful. We have such a large impact. We represent such a large portion of this town, of this state, and of this country. Most of you, some of you will be 18 when it comes time to vote, and that's when you make your mark. You vote for the right people. Make sure this doesn't happen again. Thank you.
A little bit about this memorial and protest.
So we all know that a week ago 17 students and teachers were shot and killed in Parkland, Florida at a high school, and that is not the first one this year. That isn't even the first one this month. There have been so many that have happened since Columbine, the first mass shooting that most people remember, and that is due to the lack of gun regulation. There's little to no regulation on who and what can get those weapons and what weapons. There is no reason for an AR-15 to be on the streets. People who hunt know that an AR-15 is not necessary for hunting. If you shoot a deer with an AR-15, you're not gonna get anything left. You're just gonna get scraps and bones, and you're gonna scare all the deer away. There's no point in needing an AR-15 for hunting. It is specifically made to hunt people, and there is no reason that that should be allowed on the streets, and there's no reason that that should be allowed in schools. We need regulation. We need something to stop this from happening again. There have been so many, and the students have been hushed, and even here, teachers told students that this was a memorial, so we would be quiet and once again silenced, and that's not okay. We are 13 to 18 here, some of us even younger, some of us even older, but that doesn't mean that we're powerless. We are definitely able to make an impact just as adults can.
What kind of impact are you hoping to make with this?
We're hoping to show the community that the youth are active, that the youth are proud to be vocal about this, and that we are coming for you. Like I said, there are some of us that are 18 now or turning 18 by the elections, and we're going to use that power to vote the right people into office.
And what made this shooting different? What made you speak up for this one versus the ones earlier this year, last year? As you said, the numbers are high.
Me personally, I've always spoken out. I think this one, the students in Florida have been speaking a lot more than the students in previous shootings, and because of that, it spurred a lot more activism from others, and that has impacted others a lot more. And having so many students here that are children of teachers, they are deeply impacted because not only students were killed, but teachers were too.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Watch out for the next generation. We're coming. Thank you.
So what brought about this memorial and protest today?
I really think it was the impact that the shooting had on our entire school and our entire community, because it's a school, so we personally feel like if this were to happen to our school, we know it would be different. There are a lot of people in here that came just to skip class. They didn't come for the actual message, but a majority of them did come because, like Shane said, because they care. And that really shows some support in our school, because we had a lot bigger of an outcome than we originally predicted.
Yeah, I just feel like, when you think about it and you fathom the fact that there's been 18 mass shootings since 2018 and it's only February, it kind of just blows your mind. And just to think that I'm only 16 and I've heard about all this stuff on the news, like I shouldn't have to watch other people my age, younger than me, like suffer through these really, like, all these losses.
And what were you hoping the outcome is going to be from protests like this one?
When we usually have something like this, or like just kind of support groups like this, not a lot of people show up, because some of the people in our school, I mean, they're more of like, oh, you're gonna look stupid. Like, a lot of people said, you're gonna look stupid and you're gonna look wet standing out there. And lucky guess, they were out here with us because they wanted to skip class. So I think the message that we showed was really important, and like Shane said in his speech, we are young, but we still have a voice, and we are the future generation. Well, we're a generation now. We are the future. We are going to be allowed to vote in the next election. We need to vote the right people in, so this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I just feel like we all hope that this will just show people that we are serious and that we are mature. Yes, there are some people who aren't mature about the situation, but there are many of us who believe that we can change horrible things that happen in our society.
And what made this shooting different for you? This isn't the first shooting that happened this year at a school. So what made this one have you guys come out and organize?
This one it had a lot to do with social media, and a lot of the kids who were impacted by it and the kids who you saw in the classroom, they used their voice. That is how they were able to show not necessarily their condolences, but their losses. They were hurt and they were affected by their classmates and their students getting shot and killed. And not just students, teachers as well. And the fact that they were able to rally together and use their voice at our age, like 14 to 18 maybe, it makes such a large impact so far. It has so much media and press coverage right now. And the one that made this different is really just the amount of, not necessarily the coverage that it had, but we're done. We're over it. Like our posters say, we've had enough. We've had enough with all of the shootings that have happened and the lack of responses from the GOP and people like Donald Trump who just made it about something that it's not. It's not about Russia. It's your lack of empathy for other people, and it's your lack of responsibility to this country. There have been so many mass shootings since Columbine, and the fact that I think I read an article about it, that Columbine is no longer the largest school, the mass school shooting. It is no longer that. And to fathom that, because I grew up knowing Columbine was the largest school shooting that happened, and now it's not. And like Penny said, 18 school shootings, 18 mass shootings since 2018. It is February 21st. That is no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I just feel like that this one has brought so much awareness because of the social media coverage that it has had, and just the fact that so many of the students are voicing their opinions and they're trying to make a change because they know that we've had enough of this.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not anything that's really appropriate. I'd probably end up like swearing or something.
Yeah.
I have very strong views on this, and it's hard to put my thoughts into words when I'm on camera, really.
Yeah, just want to say, like, thank you for the people who are trying to make a change, like, for the people who really know that this is something serious that needs to be changed. Like, thank you for those who are voicing your opinions and trying to help us.
And the people who think that they're too small or they're too young to have an opinion or a voice, you're not. We got out here and we did it. We've done so much already, and we're willing to, and we're ready to do more. We are ready to end this.